my loves, welcome to today's episode, which is all about how to dive deep into yourself to cultivate and work on the person you want to be. Welcome to or welcome back to Growing with Kat. I'm your host, Kat, and this podcast is all about helping you find ways to balance and unify your mind, body, and soul. I post these episodes every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and in each episode, I dive into steps you can take to help you on whatever journey you are on. And I cover topics such as wellness, the shit that happens in business, raising your vibrations, how to create the life you desire, self-development, and much more topics. Today, I'm talking about, does getting to know the real you feel uncomfy? What are the benefits in really getting to know yourself? What are the disadvantages of really getting to know yourself? Different ways you can dive deep into yourself to cultivate and work on the person you want to be. So, to start it off, does getting to know the real you feel uncomfy? Yes. It completely does, because the real you isn't just the good parts that you show. It is also the parts you try to hide or not everyone sees. I have real bad anger problems, though I feel like I have gotten better with keeping calm, but once I explode, it is over for everyone. I am like Naruto up in this bitch. Excuse my voice, I was drinking water and it went down the wrong tube, so I sound a little bad, but hopefully it gets better. Except when I get angry, not only do I see red and I can rage a little bit, but I start hurting people verbally, and looking at it now, it is mostly because I'm putting my own securities onto other people. Yeah. It is bad, and it is something I'm working on, and I know for a fact none of y'all would have known from the episodes you watch of me, but it is true. I hope that no one sees this side of me and that I get more control of myself when I'm in that situation. But guess what? No one is perfect, and it takes time. I hate when you tell someone something and they expect you to have it in seconds. But also, that is something I do sometimes. So you see, it's like, I'm working on it though. I'm working on it. Like, let us say that I tell you I'm working on my anger. Then me and my mans gets into a fight and I say mean and not needed shit. I'm human, I still fuck up, and it takes you knowing that you fucked up to tell someone that you are sorry, and that is always a step. Do not expect getting to know all of you is going to be fun. We are humans and we have baggage, and the only way to lighten the load is to see and take out what is in the baggage. That is not up to anyone else except yourself. The next topic is, what are the benefits of getting to know yourself? You will be happier because you know how to properly express yourself. You will understand where that conflict that resides in yourself really comes from. A lot of our actions, and the bad ones, can stem from problems that we may have with our inner child, which is really stuff from the past that we haven't dealt with. Your decision making is on point. You are never going against yourself for the happiness of someone else, because everyone's happiness resides on themselves. You will not be afraid to ask yourself what is wrong and figure out the problem. The next topic is, what are the disadvantages of really getting to know yourself? I don't say this because there are any real disadvantages to getting to know yourself in the long run, but it will feel like turmoil at the beginning of getting to know yourself and really diving deep into your problems. I know for a fact I have cried, begged, and prayed to not feel what I feel at moments of my life, but doing that did not do shit, because I did not deal with my problems and emotions, mostly because I didn't know how to, and they stayed and grew. You may not like what you see, you may feel disgusted, you may want to hate on yourself, but take this as a sign to not do that. You are hurt for some reason, even if it is a crazy reason, and you're not going to help yourself by judging yourself. You need to understand that dealing with the not so pretty parts of yourself takes understanding, openness, and love. It will not be easy at first, but I promise you, it will feel so rewarding at the end of the day. The next topic is different ways you can dive deep into yourself to cultivate and work on the person you want to be. So I'm going to talk about ways to dive deep and ways to cultivate what you want in yourself. So let us dive right in to how to dive deep. So one way to dive deep is to ask yourself questions. Asking yourself questions allows you to figure out what you need at the very moment. Asking yourself questions allows you to dive deep because you're not only one, getting to know yourself, but two, you're figuring out what you need. And three, that is important. I have gone into anxiety attacks. I have been depressed for days on end, and I feel like if I just took the time to sit here and ask myself, hey, what is wrong? Hey, how are you feeling? Hey, why are you like this? Just ask myself questions that I would have been able to get out of how I was feeling, and I would have been able to help myself more in the past. And why I say this now is because I've been doing it now, which has actually been very, very, very beneficial for me, and I'm very, very grateful. My next thing is meditation. Now, when you start meditation, it's not going to be the most comfortable. At least it was not for me, because I'm a very I need to move person. So sitting down, relaxing, and then just listening to things, I can't. Sometimes I just want to get out. So I've been trying to meditate for longer than 5 minutes at a time, but sitting there for 10 minutes, I get restful. I just want to move. I want to get going. And that's something that I have to work on more. But meditation, just 5 to 10 minutes a day, is just really beneficial for you, because not only are you breathing, but you're relaxing, and I feel like meditating has helped me more with my anger, has helped me more with patience. It has helped me more with a lot of little things like that. But also, I don't meditate that much. I meditate about maybe 5 minutes a day. So imagine if I meditated more. But to be honest, even just 5 minutes a day will really help you out. And if that's all you can make time for, then at least make time for that. And then it could be 5, and then it could be 10, and then it could be 15, 20, and then maybe you'll meditate for 30 minutes a day. And I promise you, nothing bad will come out of meditating. More just realizing the person you are, kind of. But other than that, meditating is so beneficial in the long run. Yoga. Now, yoga not only allows you to dive deep into your stretches, it allows you to dive deep in your mind. I like using yoga. I like doing yoga a little bit after I like doing yoga in the middle of my day, because it allows me to take a stretch from sitting in the chair for so much, and it allows me to just recap on the day and what else I need to do, and it's a nice little break. Meditation and yoga will really help you on resilience, patience, breathing. It's very, very beneficial for those things. Take meditation and yoga as moments to work on the little things like patience and breathing, but also work on the things inside. Take this time to really talk to yourself and figure out what you need. Sometimes when I'm meditating and I just can't pay attention, I start asking myself questions throughout the meditation. And even though, yes, it's 5 minutes, but those 10 minutes the 10 minute, 20 minutes are hard. So I'll ask myself questions and kind of, not wander in the worst way, because I have a lot of anxiety. So I think of the worst things. I'll catch myself thinking about the worst possible situation ever, and I'm so meditating, sometimes I can get into that mindset and I don't want to be. So I try to ask myself questions and keep me in a way entertained. The last point on how to dive deep is shadow work. Shadow work is something I've been actually wanting to get into, which is really where you take time to understand the parts you may be disowned or okay. The next point is shadow work. Shadow work is something I have been wanting to get into, which is really where you take time to understand the parts you may be disowned or resent. When you do shadow work, you really need to be open and loving to yourself because you're human and you deserve not to judge your own self. Leave that to everyone else who wants to waste their energy on that, okay? Now, how to cultivate what you want in yourself. Manifesting gratitude, intentions, and actions. Now, I put that all in one because I like using all of those things. I love manifesting. I love showing gratitude. I love using gratitude to manifest. I love creating intentions. But guess what? None of that is going to work until I show action. I cannot sit here and say, intention for 2021 can't be, I want my podcast on the top podcast in the world. And then I sit here and manifest that as well. And I sit here and show gratitude for that. Yet I never start a podcast. It doesn't work like that. It never has. So that's why I put all of them together. All of them will work with action, but please remember that it takes time. It's not just going to happen in seconds. There's stuff I manifested in freaking... Oh my God, I just realized that. There's stuff I manifested in June that hasn't happened till this month. And that is freaking insane, bro. I actually wasn't even thinking about that, and look at that. That's what I'm saying. It takes time, but if you put the action behind it, you're going to reach it. You will. My second thing is setting goals and making a plan for yourself. This allows you to have a roadmap for what you want in life. Okay? And that's how you can cultivate what you want in yourself, is by setting goals and making a plan. Now, you may be like, what are intentions and what are setting goals? Now, if you don't know what intentions are like, okay, so for this 2021, I would like, I am going to be one of the top podcasts in the world, right? A goal, setting goals is like, okay, I want to reach 1,000 listeners this month, and I want to reach 2,000 listeners this month, and I want to be doubling in my listeners each and every month. Like those are goals. And a plan is like your business plan, your life plan. Like, what do you want? Now, it's like, what do you want? So if you're working to become a marine biologist, I don't know why this just freaking popped up in my head, but like, if you're going to school for it, right? So what's your plan? What's your plan? What are the jobs you're looking at? What are internships you're looking at? What are maybe side things you're looking, like, you get what I'm saying? So setting goals and making a plan for yourself just really helps to cultivate what you want in yourself, because you know like where you're at and you have like your shit set. My next thing is vision boards. Now, vision boards are a great visual way to cultivate what you want into yourself. Now, vision boards, you can have many different ones. I'm going to actually pop up a reel right here of me making a vision board using my own 2021 New Year, New Intentions workbook. But making a vision board just allows you to like have what you want, and you can keep it wherever you want. You can have it as your phone wallpaper. I know one of my friends at SD Marketing actually really helped me with creating my vision board that I just showed you guys on the reel. She actually created a whole video and I loved it. And you can actually create vision boards on your wallpaper using Canva. And I'll actually link her in the description below so you guys can go look at her page and look at how she created it, because she goes way much more in depth than my reel did. My next thing is trackers. Trackers help you stay on track of your health so you can efficiently cultivate what you want into yourself. I have actually multiple trackers in my 2021 New Year, New Intentions workbook that you can get for $15, and you can actually get 20% off of that. But trackers, no matter what, are just great ways to help you stay on track. So maybe you make your own trackers on your journal or an app, whatever you want to use. Make sure you keep your health on track, because your health is very important for your future. You may be like, can all of this work together? And yes, all of this can work together, because you know what? I do all of it, literally. Other than shadow work, which I really haven't worked on, I ask myself questions all the time. I meditate, I do yoga, I create intentions, I show action, I manifest, I use gratitude, I use trackers, I use vision boards, and I set goals and make plans. So all of this I use, and this will all help you dive deep into yourself and cultivate the person you want to be. So to wrap it all up, I hope you enjoyed this episode all about how to dive deep into yourself to cultivate and work on the person you want to be. I'm so grateful for you listening to this episode and to future episodes. Stay tuned for the next episode because this month is all about diving deep into yourself to cultivate and work on the person you want to be. Remember, you can order your own 2021 New Year New Intentions workbook for 20% off by clicking the link in my bio. This workbook is an interactive, downloadable workbook designed to help you create intentions for the new year and keep you on track monthly, weekly, and daily when it comes to creating the life you desire. If you would like to support me and you loved my energy, then a rate, review, and share to anyone who you think needs to hear this really goes a long way, and I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. You can also support me by following me on all my social media platforms, and if you do, let me know what video you came from. Please remember that I just speak on what has helped me on my journey, and I am not a doctor at all, and always remember, you got this, you are amazing. See you soon, my loves. Bye.